Awkwardness. What is awkwardness? Awkwardness is the situation when you are socializing with somebody and you are getting an uncomfortable feeling because you feel like you don't want to be in that situation, or that you said something wrong in that situation. Lots of people use the reason of awkwardness of why they don't want to socialize with lots of people. But the thing is, awkwardness is only in your head. If you say to yourself, this situation is not awkward, you won't freeze up, you won't stutter, you won't say something stupid. The brain is kind of funny like that. You're programmed to have these responses of panic or fear or awkwardness. But if you can tell yourself, I'm human, it doesn't matter if I stutter, it doesn't matter if I say something wrong and have to reinterpret it. It doesn't matter. Because the situation only truly gets awkward if the person who made the mistake freezes up and makes it awkward. Let's say I'm talking to somebody and they ask me how my day is, and I said, food, because I tried to say good and I said it wrong. And then I just say, sorry, I mean good. It's not awkward anymore. What would be awkward is you'd be like, oops, I didn't mean, I meant to say good. If you can pause and say, hey, I made a mistake with my vocabulary, I can take a moment, think about what I did wrong, and say the proper thing. And I guarantee you, whoever is talking to you would not even notice that you said something wrong. This happens a lot of times in orchestras or plays. An actor will say the wrong word, or someone will accidentally play the wrong tune, but no one knows something is wrong because they don't know how the song or the performance is supposed to be. If you go with the flow and you don't freeze up, you can't be awkward. And if this person you're talking to points you out and makes you awkward, and points you out and makes it awkward, then that is their fault. That has nothing to do with you. And that might make you rethink who you're actually talking to, because that is rude. And lots of people say, oh, I'm awkward when I speak because I'm an introvert. I can't talk to people. We're human beings. We have voice boxes. Our brain was made to socialize with others. It doesn't make sense when people say, I can't socialize with people. You can socialize with people. You just can't speak properly and not self-destruct when you say something wrong. It's the same thing with a lot of things. If you're playing a video game and let's say it's a first-person shooter and you get shot once, but you're still alive. If you keep your cool and reposition yourself, you're fine. If you play a music note wrong, but you play the rest okay, it's okay. It's only when you make a mistake and you sit on that mistake that the mistake truly affects you. And this concept can not only just be applied to awkwardness. This concept can be applied to everything. But the reason why I hone in and focus on awkwardness is because people often don't get the time to practice their speaking. They don't get the time to practice their socializing because they actively avoid it. People play video games all the time and they get used to performing under pressure. But when you don't speak and when you don't socialize, you miss out on so many opportunities. When you get a job, what do you have to do? you have to go to an interview, when you are trying to find someone to marry, what do? You have to socialize, you have to talk with that person. People don't realize how valuable the ability to speak is. So please, do not let this idea of awkwardness scare you away from opportunities that you can have. It doesn't make sense because awkwardness is all in the head. All awkwardness is your brain shutting down over a mistake that the other person probably didn't even realize. That's all awkwardness is. Speak with confidence, and if you do make a mistake, take a deep breath or just pause momentarily, correct yourself, and keep on speaking like you never even made that mistake. You have to have the memory of a goldfish in some situations. You have to just be able to quickly forget that mistake and keep on going. Because in reality, no one cares if you said that word wrong. And if your friend messes with you, if you keep on speaking the point that you were trying to hit anyways, they'll let it go. It's only when you get flustered. It's only when your face goes all red. It's only when you stutter. It's only when you start touching your face and you start acting irrationally because you made a mistake. That is when the mistake is truly made. A mistake isn't made in just the action itself. It's made in how you react to that action. And people always say, I'm not an extrovert. I'm just an introvert. And what I just said disproves all of that. Being an introvert, all that means is you haven't had enough practice or you're in the wrong mindset of speaking and socializing. There's no such thing as extrovert and introvert. You can't believe in things that take away your power. You can't self-identify yourself as an introvert and miss out on your dream job. You can't identify yourself as an introvert and miss out on a future wife. You can't do things like that. When you do things like that, you are setting yourself up to lose. You are losing before you even got the chance to win. That is like seeing a finish line right in front of you and tripping on something that doesn't even exist in front of you. Tripping on your own foot. There's no rocks. There is no crack in the cement. You tripped on yourself. And you can't let this happen. It doesn't make sense to self-destruct yourself because you are forcing yourself to believe in something that is losing you power. I'm an introvert, so I can't talk to girls. I'm an introvert, so can we just do this meeting online with no camera? Loser. You sound like a loser. Speak properly and efficiently, and if you can't do it yet, you will be able to with enough practice. All it is repetitions, practice, and being in the right mind space. Do not let your mind betray you before the opportunity has even come.